Hi, I'm Cheryl Kretzler and I have limb-girdle muscular dystrophy type 2I, but it doesn't have me. I was diagnosed at age 29. At that time, I was having trouble going up steps and we didn't really know why. And, went to the doctor and that's whenever I found out. Fast forward to last year, 2015, March 24th was the last time I was able to walk. It had just progressed to that point where I just couldn't use my legs any longer. I had an older power chair whenever I first lost the ability to walk. And then in October, I was able to get this snazzy power wheelchair, and it goes a whole lot faster, and I can get places a lot quicker, but it does not allow me to enter into any vehicles unless they're specialized.
Cheryl is such an encourager. She and I will converse over the phone about 2 or 3 times a month, but then she'll share a concern of a friend or maybe a family member, and we'll pray about it.
She's been, like I said, such an inspiration to us. The most important thing that Cheryl has meant to our class is her faith and her trust in the Lord.
I really love this chair because I can go places quicker, but it all depends on the weather. Whenever it rains, I can't go anywhere because I can't get any of this wet, and if it's snowing, forget it.
I know many times back in the winter on Sunday morning, Bob and I would comment, well, Cheryl won't be there today. Especially one Sunday morning, it was 27 degrees. And, well, guess what? When we got there, Cheryl was there with her sweet spirit, her sweet smile, all bundled up with her leg warmers, because the cold really affects her, makes her very weak with her muscular dystrophy, but she was there.
She's told me that it's not so much the cold, but if it's raining or snowing or icing, she's not going to be able to make it out. But she feels bad if she can't make it out.
I was going to church last, just January, February, and it was so cold out, and I was bundled up so much, but by the time I got there, my fingers and my face felt like it was froze.
Cheryl's a blessing. She's dedicated, she's faithful. If I had a church full of people who were as dedicated and as committed to attending services like Cheryl, we would be adding on to accommodate all the folks who would come.
There's a state agency that will help me equip a van where I can drive it myself. And my goal is to raise $35,000 as soon as possible.
It's been a blessing to have her in our class, and this project will really help her to regain the independence that she lost over a year ago when she had to go into the motorized wheelchair. And she tries to do as much as she can for herself, and I admire that. But she's limited, and she needs some help.
And we've said many times that God uses her to be a testimony through this muscular dystrophy in ways that He couldn't have used her otherwise.
I have an 87-year-old mother that lives in Munfordville that I would love to visit again. Her and I used to go shopping together, and I used to, pick her up whenever I was able to walk and get in a vehicle. God has really blessed me, and even if you have something physically wrong with you, emotionally, mentally, it doesn't matter. God can use what you have, where you're at, and you can still be a blessing to everyone around you.
And the question I would ask if I was asked to contribute to a fund for this van is, first, is there a need? And I think definitely there's a need that's very obvious. But also, is the person deserving, and are they doing all they can to help themselves? And I think in most cases that applies to her exactly.
I think of the verse in Psalms that says, I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. Because that's Cheryl.
She is trusting, and we are all trusting that the Lord will meet this need. but we also realize that the way the Lord meets the needs is through His people.
So there's a challenge before us to try to help someone who is deserving. The scripture says that you should love the Lord your God with all your heart and love your neighbor as well. And this is a way that as a community, anyone watching this video can reach out and help in a positive way. And as we go through life, from time to time we all face challenges, some greater than others. And we face times where we all need help of one kind or another. And this is one of those times that this faithful Christian girl needs some help. And I just would challenge you to step up and do what you can